place to be. We're live. We are live. Live. Gonna talk some NBA basketball. I'm gonna get on the next video. I'm gonna talk about what Angel Reese said about Caitlin Clark fans and how I totally agree more with her. I hate when you try to back out of a space. Give me just a minute. It's tight here. Trying to get out of this restaurant. You got such a tight spot. There's always some spectator that's standing out around. They can snitch if you happen to bump into somebody. They sit around instead of trying to you get out. They sit around watching so they can say something. All right, so let's talk sports. First of all, Gilbert Arenas has no idea what he's talking about. Gilbert Arenas should be completely disqualified from playing basketball after what he said about Michael Jordan. He is an absolute moron. And what he said of Michael Jordan was that he said that Michael Jordan was a 10. He was on, and that Michael Jordan had all these crazy skill sets that nobody ever seen. Which I agree, he was one of the first to play with that level of basketball. But then he turned around and disrespected all of the legends in the game, saying that those guys. It really was just all it really is. Let's just be honest. Is to downgrade Michael Jordan to big up LeBron James. We just go. Let's call it what it is. Let's talk about it. Gilbert Arenas is a LeBron guy. They were pretty much in the same era. Gilbert Arenas is maybe 3 years older than LeBron, 2-3 years older, but he still was in the same era. These guys are absolute ignoramuses. They're pathetic, and all they do is sit around, and find ways to try to diminish Michael Jordan's legacy by hyping up LeBron James and saying that MJ didn't have the talent that those guys had, the skill level, the competition he went up against. That Michael Jordan was so much. In other words, he's just basically saying he's hating is what he's doing. They're saying that if Michael Jordan had gone up against better, stiffer competition, that he wouldn't be as successful as he is. Hogwash. No, they have it during that time. What's going on, Ted? I see you, man. Yeah, he gonna be an agent zero. Man, you don't know what he talking about, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Gilbert Arenas, man, ain't nothing but a clown. All he is. And those guys, none of those guys in that era. We're not gonna say none of them, but some of them do. But they don't respect, man. Them guys don't respect greatness, man. It was way more than Michael Jordan just scoring points. Michael Jordan put the fear of God. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all this. Guys that played in Michael Jordan's era against him, they were scared to death of Michael Jordan. The thought of Michael Jordan coming on the basketball court frightened them. They didn't want to guard this guy because they knew they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't care. And it was some great players. You mean to tell me Akeem Olajuwon wasn't better than these players in his era? Yeah, man. Gilbert in his 40s, man. Gilbert is like 42, 43 years old, man. He's way too old to be talking like that, man. But that's what happens when you got LeBron James on your brain. I'm convinced that LeBron James got all those guys on his payroll, man. Because you notice, like, Gilbert Arenas was never calling up. He wasn't really bigging up LeBron like that. But then, like, you could tell when they sign that contract or whatever happens when the negotiations take place, and all of a sudden their language changes, their energy changes. They ain't got the same smoke. They talking a whole nother. They talking greasy, and their whole tone changes, man. And that's what happens when you're bought and paid for. But on YouTube, brothers like myself, brothers like Too Raw for TV, 7-8 Sports, Ticket, the godfather of all of it, man. When we come on here, we just tell you just from a non-biased sports conversation, but from that standpoint. And that's what those guys, when a guy comes in a barbershop and he starts telling the truth, they smack talking. Then everybody everybody hang up on one guy who comes in the barbershop. And that's how it was. I've been telling y'all for years, LeBron James ain't what y'all say he is. I was saying that, man. I was saying this, man, 15 years walking into a barbershop. I come in saying Kobe was way better than LeBron. Man, Kobe ain't good as a man. He ain't on LeBron. Now, this was back when LeBron James ain't won nothing. Championships. So that shows you how long y'all been LeBron James jock sniffers. And Gilbert Arenas, you ought to know better. Like Ted said, you ought to know better than that, man. What's happening, man? I see you, man. Clayton Phillips, what's going on? Y'all share this content, man. Y'all share this. Y'all got to get these views back up. Y'all donate to the Cash App. That's $BRANDONSPANKENNU. Y'all can feel free to donate to the super chat as well. Man, these guys, you already know we know what the game is. Like this, we don't have to, like Deontay Wilder says, what don't need to be said is already understood, man. You know what's understood don't need to be said, man. You know, it's just the truth. Man, yeah, they know better. All them guys know better. Gilbert is almost old as I am, man. I'm 46. Gilbert is 42. We in the same generation. So man, y'all stop making stop this. So this is all it is. All this is to try to discredit Michael Jordan's legacy. So you mean to tell me Patrick Ewing wasn't better than these players in this era? Karl Malone, who's probably one of the probably top three greatest offensive players of all four offensive, one of the greatest shooters, scorers I've ever seen. Come on, stop this. He beat Michael Jordan beat all of them. He beat Patrick Ewing. The only reason why he didn't beat Akeem Olajuwon's, but oh man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the subscription, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The only reason why he didn't beat, and I love Akeem. I'm a big fan of Akeem. I got Akeem in my top 10. But the only reason why he didn't beat Akeem is because Akeem took advantage of them 2 rings he got when Michael Jordan wasn't there. And I'm not gonna discredit his rings, but I respect him. I respect his accomplishments. But he didn't have to be he didn't go up against Michael Jordan, man. So I mean, man, you tell me David Robinson is just trash. Man, these players, man, they had way more superstars back then, man. High level players, man. No, man, because you know why you can't? Because they don't play defense. That's why you can't think of no defense. I wouldn't be able to think of no defensive players either. If they didn't play, how can you think of something that don't exist? Yeah, man, all them guys. Glenn Rice was a beast, man. Oh, man, I can tell you, man. You put this era, my era when I was growing up, man, it ain't no comparison, man. Dude, man, them dudes played on both ends of the basketball court. They scored at a high level. They played. You know what I'm saying? They were coached better. It just was better. They were higher skilled players then. And like, besides Anthony Edwards, what's his name? Them guys this era. Who's like really that dude now? You know what I'm saying? You got Kyrie, you got Luka, you got Jokic, you know, Jamal Murray a little bit. You know, you got some good players, Stephen Curry. But outside of that, what you got? You go back in my era, man. I already ripped off about 10 names just now that played during my era that was dominant. So man, they miss me with that. I know Larry Bird says we shouldn't. I respect Larry Legend for saying that. Like we compare eras, but at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is that era was better. Period. So I don't care what y'all say. The old school when I used to watch basketball, the quality of basketball players when I was growing up, and these guys now. No wonder LeBron James scoring in points. Ain't nobody guarding him. You know, when every time you touch him, they call a foul. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Yeah, man, come on. Any names will kill this era, man. Michael Jordan, Akeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, man. You know what I'm saying? How many more like David Robinson, Reggie Miller? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how far I got to go on with this thing, man? Glenn Rice. Somebody y'all mentioned Glenn Rice, man. Come on, man. Y'all miss Alonzo Mourning, man. Y'all miss me with that stuff, man. Dominique Wilkins. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, do you want me to keep going? Even some littler dudes, man. Man, you had that guy, Isaiah Thomas, which I liked Isaiah. He pretty much was got froze out of the league because of some dirt the Boston Celtics did to him, and then LeBron James didn't help either, trading in midseason. But you think Isaiah Thomas, Mark Price, another man, that was a shooting monster. Man, you think Isaiah Thomas could hold up the spot where, man, he would get destroyed by them little dudes in that era, man. Man, them dudes, man, them guys had dog, and them guys ain't got no dog like that, man. Them guys ain't doing nothing, man. They trash. Derek Coleman. There's so many names, man. Dikembe Mutombo, man. Come on, y'all just need to stop it. Just stop. Man, them dudes ain't no, man. I can't. We done 19, 20 people. You can't find one. You can't find 5 matchup with them names I mentioned. Man, yeah, of course he would. Now, I will give Dwight Howard credit. Dwight Howard is exceptional. When he was in his prime, he was an all-time great. He just, he got weak later, though. He started fooling with LeBron James. He kind of fell off a little bit. But, man, all them guys I named, man, they will destroy these dudes. So, Gilbert Arenas, you need to shut your mouth because you have no idea. You need to be suspended And on your YouTube platform, on your podcast, you shouldn't be allowed to talk basketball for about a month, man. Cause that man out that is that is the worst take I've ever seen in my life, dude. Gilbert Arenas, for right, your basketball card has been revoked for saying having dumb takes. All right, y'all. Brandon loves